I've been drinking all this lean, I know I need to stop. Hopping out of stolen cars and we shoot chops and ups.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you read from the title, I am gonna make my famous Rasta pasta. It's famous to me, okay? It's bomb and it's famous to my friends. But without further ado, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe and let's get into making things. Now I got these from Walmart. You have the mild cheddar cheese. I don't like too much cheese, so I like to use mild. And then we got our parsley. We have our Jamaican jerk seasoning. I like it spicy, so it is spicy. Then we have our black pepper, Old Bay for the shrimp, salt, and your choice of seasoning. This you can't miss. And then this is my shrimp. I usually get the jumbo, but I got the extra large because I didn't have to peel. So, but it still looks large, right? I usually get jumbo, but extra large looks really jumbo-y to me. And then you have the whipping cream. And then you got your spring onions. That's what we call it in Ghana, and that's what it is. And then we have our white onion. And then I have some red and green peppers. And then you have on this side your pasta. Now it is used because I live by myself, so I use half the first time and then I use second. I don't like to waste stuff. And then now on the other hand, we have where we're gonna mix all the concoction together. We have our frying pan where we're gonna fry the shrimp, as you see. And then here we have our boiling water for our pasta. So the first thing that we're gonna do is get our pasta going. So I put some salt in the pasta. And then we're gonna put our pasta in it. I'm like, should I just add all of it? Because I'm not gonna use this little bit. Why not? Okay. So then you stir it a little bit. And then we're gonna leave that to go on. Okay, so I hope y'all can see. I live in college apartment, so my apartment is tiny, but I hope you can. So the first thing we're gonna do is rinse our shrimp. It looks like much in the bag, but it's really not. Chop that in two. But let's rinse it out. Okay, so our shrimp is all rinsed out. We're gonna start seasoning. So we're gonna use our Old Bay. It's not coming out faster enough. Your peppers. This jar is so strong, it's hurting my nose. Got our jerk. And then now we're gonna put some salt. And we're just gonna shake it up. I like to go in with some all seasoning. Since we put the salt, go gentle on this. Be working just like that. Now that everything is mixed to our liking, we're gonna turn on the frying pan. So we're gonna first start off by putting some oil in it. Not a lot, just enough for all of them to fry. get that going. So my vegetables are all washed, so I'm gonna start slicing. Now, I will show you how I slice my spring onions. I like some of this part, and then I like some of this part. So I don't like, you don't have to put like a lot depending on the quantity. I'm making this for myself, so it doesn't have to be outrageous, you know? And then the way I like to cut the peppers, I like to cut them like long, so after they cook you can still get a taste of them. So this is how my vegetables is looking, and then this is how the shrimp is going. Ooh. And then this is how the shrimp is going. So I usually like to cook them like, I like my shrimp cooked. I don't know how people don't be eating their shrimp cooked. Like I put it on super low heat because since it's the jerk, if it burns you're gonna start sneezing a lot. So I put it on super low heat, and then I fry it for 3 minutes on each side just to make sure I got like a thorough cook. And also you are gonna be cooking it when you mix it together at the end with everything, so don't worry about if it's not too cooked. But I like mine a little, like at least cooked, so I'll just add it in at the end of it, just so like if you're worried like, oh my shrimp is not cooked, you have time to like cook it well, you know. So that's how it's looking. Just turn it over, and this is how my noodles is going. I'm gonna make sure it's not stuck at the bottom. Okay. And it's looking like a few more minutes on that. Okay, so I have my onions. I like to cut it like square. I have my onions, green pepper, red, spring onions. I have the garlic, and then this is how the shrimp is looking after it's like fried for a little bit. And then my noodles is done. I drained it, and then in here is where we're gonna put all the concoctions together. So I have a little bit of oil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the onion first. Now it's sizzling hot right now, so I'm gonna put my onions. We're gonna close it for like a minute or so for it to get soft. These shrimp look so tempting, like I want to take a bite, but I know I should just wait because it's gonna bust more with the noodles. Definitely the jumbo is better and bigger, but the large would do too because after frying it, it did shrink. If I use a jumbo, this is how it would be a little bit bigger than this. So just so y'all know the difference. Okay. So now the smell is crazy. Now I'll go ahead and add my bell peppers. I like to do the onions first because you don't want this to get soggy if you put it all together, but I like the onion taste, kind of like when you bite it and it has the onion smell. I like it to be gone a little bit at least. And I'm gonna go ahead and stir for a bit. So far this is how it's looking. I'm gonna close it and come back in like a minute or two, because closing it helps with, it makes it softer with the steam. You know what I mean? And I feel like the peppers is kind of hard right now. You don't want it soggy, but you don't want it too hard either. So definitely closing it helps with the steam, and make sure the power is low. You don't want to burn it. Okay, so this is how the peppers are looking. So I'm going to put the spring onions in them. Okay, so up next we're going to put, let's rinse off our, up next, put some garlic, like minced garlic. If you have real garlic, you can't use real garlic and just like chop it up, but I can just use this. And then a hint of parsley. Okay, so now we're going to put our whipped cream, and it's up to you to aim how much you want in there, because the amount I'm making, I feel I shouldn't use all of it, because I'm not using that big amount of noodles, but you want it enough where so I have like this a little bit in here. And you want it enough where your pasta is soaked and scrumptious and not dry, you know? So definitely this is enough. So before I leave it boil, let me flip this over. Before I leave this boil, is really, really important, and I feel like I can't stress it enough. Make sure you are adjusting your level of fire, because this, if you mess it up, you're gonna burn it and it's not gonna taste the same. I learned that the hard way. Anyways, so now that this is going, I'm gonna go ahead and put my seasoning. I'm first going in with the Old Bay, because that's more important. And then a little bit of this, since you're gonna put the jerk, you don't really need a lot. And then I'm gonna rinse out before I put it in there, because I don't want to contaminate it. So first, okay, the tricky part is this and the cheese. If you mess it up, everything is gonna taste different. So I start off by using just a little bit of the jerk. You don't want too much because you can always add, but you can't take it out. So I put just a little bit, and also bear in mind you have jerk from here. So that's why you have to be careful how much you put in there in the beginning, because it is important and it is gonna affect the taste of it. So, and then the last thing we're gonna put is our all seasoning powder. Well, not the last thing, but second to last, because after we put the all seasoning, we're gonna stir and see what amount of salt that we need to add. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna put some salt, because there is salt in this, there is salt in that, so you have to be careful how much salt you put in here, because it's not that this is gonna change how much salt is in there. You have to make sure it's all balanced. So be careful when you put in your salt. Okay, so with the taste, it needs a little bit more jerk. So now that it's boiling, we're gonna leave it and close it. See how it's boiling? That's how you want it. You don't want it too much. We're gonna close it for like a minute, and then we're gonna come and then add our cheese. Okay, so now we're going in with our mild cheese. And I am using just a little bit, because me personally, I don't really like cheese, but it helps make the Rasta pasta taste better. So that's why I go in just a little bit. And I've also noticed if you put a little bit too much, it makes the taste weird. So just a little bit, because like I said, you can always add, but you can't take out. So just a little tip. Okay, so now we're gonna put our pasta. Okay. So before we leave this sit, we're gonna put all our shrimp. So now we're gonna leave this cook for itself for a little bit. So on low. Okay, this is the final look. And then I got my Sprite, I got water, watching Mila. Yeah. Cheers. Make sure you guys like, subscribed. I had so much fun putting these together for you guys. Let me know if you want to see more of my recipe. I usually make like African food, but I learned how to do the Rasta pasta, and it's fast, simple, and delicious. So I decided to make it for you guys and vlog it for y'all. So if you haven't yet, please make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.